For the past couple years, Samsung's flagship Galaxy S lineup has been focused on bringing good performance and a lot of features, but in a cheap plastic shell. With the release of the Galaxy Alpha, we saw a completely new design language, and they've improved even further upon that to bring us the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge. Let's find out if these changes make this a much better phone and if it's right for you. Before we talk more in depth about the product itself, I should mention that the only difference between the regular S6 and the Edge model is the small curves on the display and glass. This gives the device a really strange feeling which I got used to after a couple of days, but I often found typing on the keyboard was difficult. My hands would hit the curved display since the edges are so narrow. There is a solution to this problem, and that is to get either a skin or a case. I put on the D brand carbon fiber skin, and this thing is absolutely amazing. Anyways, getting back to the design of the phone, on the top we find the SIM card slot, IR blaster, and a microphone. On the sides we find the volume rockers and power button, which are very narrow and sharp, but still clicky. On the bottom we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, microphone and speakers, and a micro USB port for charging and connecting a source of storage. I use the Minova Mini Micro SD card reader and the Leaf Bridge, and these are really helpful since the S6 and S6 Edge do not have a micro SD card slot. This isn't the only thing that Samsung has removed. In fact, we don't find a replaceable battery either. I am fine with these changes as I always carry around a battery bank and the Minova micro SD card, and even the base model comes with 32GB of capacity. With the new toned down Samsung bloatware, I found this storage option to be just fine. Speaking about TouchWiz, there are some serious changes made here, and gone are the annoying and horrible transitions as the Lollipop update brings a really nice and clean design and makes the phone not only feel faster, but makes it easier to use in my opinion. All the apps I need are already pre-installed in the phone, like the audio recording app, Notes, Health, and an amazing camera launcher. You can double click the home button to get into the camera, and from there it's super easy to snap a photo. The S6 rear camera is capable of recording 4K or 1080p in 60 frames per second at a really wide aperture of 1.9. This really helps with low light performance. The front camera is also very impressive, bringing 2K recording and a super wide angle lens. The camera has awesome modes like Pro Mode, which enables you to customize a lot of things from ISO to white balance. You can even save your presets for easy accessibility. The camera flash is only decent, and even though I never found the need to use it for photos, it definitely came in handy when walking outside in the dark. It's not nearly as bright as my iPhone 5S or even the HTC One X. But now let's move on to performance and battery life of this device. The new Exynos chip definitely delivers in performance, and I can run graphic intensive games like Modern Combat 5 just fine with absolutely no lag. I couldn't get the S6 Edge to lag or stutter anywhere, and that won't be a problem for you. What might be a problem is the battery life. The high resolution display really does drain the 2550 mAh battery. Depending on what your usage is, your battery might not even last through a day. I got an average of 4 hours of screen on time, and that was without even gaming or calling. As long as you have a battery bank, this shouldn't be a major issue for you. Wireless charging is natively supported, but the quick charge feature was amazing. I always use the wall adapter that came with the device, and it charges the phone really fast. Getting onto the sound quality of the speakers, well, there's nothing special here, and the downwards firing speakers get muffled up really quickly with just a finger. Luckily, the earphones that come in the box with the S6 are quite good, and I enjoyed listening to music with these. So let's talk about the best part of the phone, the display. The stunning 1440p curved display has great viewing angles, and the colors are very vibrant. Samsung has definitely taken the right path with the OLED display. Lastly, let's talk about the fancy sensors in this phone. I'm talking about the fingerprint scanner and the heart rate monitor. Both are welcome additions, but neither of them work 100% of the time. The heart rate monitor took a very long time to read my pulse, and it required me to adjust my finger quite a lot. The fingerprint reader, on the other hand, has a decent accuracy as long as you place your finger correctly without swiping downwards. I got used to that motion from the S5 and Note 4, but this is way faster. I still prefer the fingerprint scanner on the iPhone 6 or even the 5S, but this is just a really cool way to unlock your phone. Overall, the S6 Edge is a fantastic smartphone with high-end flagship specs, but you need to decide if the edges are worth it for an extra $100. They bring very little functionality like the night clock and People Edge, but in my case, I would gladly pay more money to get a nicer looking phone with a cool looking display. I hope you have enjoyed this video and it has helped you to decide whether or not you should purchase this smartphone. If you liked it, please drop a like below. Please subscribe to see more awesome content like this. Thanks for watching.